Hey loves, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Mame Atichwa. If you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe, join the family. For today's video, I'm going to be talking about how I came to America. Since I came, I've been getting some questions from my friends and some other people about how I came and things like that. And I'm actually interested in filming these kind of content just to help people out, because I know the kind of stress I went through to get to this point. So this is just me giving free knowledge and helping you guys out so you can also make it here. So today's video, I'm just going to give you like an overview of like how I came, the steps I took to get to this point. I'm going to have other videos where I discuss into detail like the actual things I did, like the application process, every single thing into detail. But for today, I'm just going to give you like an overview basically of how I came here and just encourage you that it is possible. You can come here too. So let's get straight into today's video. Don't forget to like, comment and share. So before I begin, I just want to put it out there that I did everything by myself. A few people did help out, like a few friends here and there, but I did everything literally by myself. So this is just to let you know that you don't really need an agent or anything like that, but if you think that you actually need one, you can go for it. I wouldn't advise you to, but I think you can do everything by yourself. It's just needs more dedication and like time to it. You don't really need an agent. Anyway, so to begin with, the first thing that I did was to look for a school. Before you even think of coming here to school or anything like that, obviously you need to find a school to be able to come in to that school. So I decided to look for a school. When I began, initially I was thinking of going to Europe because my brother is there and everything. I was thinking of Germany, and my parents were telling me that they are tuition free schools and stuff like that. I had also heard from some other friends. So I did my research like towards Germany, and I don't know, there was just something that I think I didn't really like, the blocked accounts thing. Like for Germany, I know that before you are able to go there, it requires a blocked account where you actually put the money in and then they pay you in installments. I didn't really like that idea, so I kind of closed my mind a bit for Germany. And aside that, I started looking at schools in Canada. I applied to about 3 schools in Canada, but I think for Canada I wasn't admitted in most of them, and then the one that I was admitted in, it was the program wasn't something I really wanted. And so the main country that I was looking at was the US. I decided to niche when I was searching for my school because I knew I wanted to divert from what I did in my undergrad, which was communication, and I wanted to do something which was more tech focused and more I was mainly looking for courses in cybersecurity, developing, things like that. And I started to niche in the search. So one thing that I really like about the US was the fact that if you do not have like prior knowledge in like the tech area, or you didn't do it in your undergrad or whatever, they give you the opportunity to do it regardless of your background. So I began searching for schools that were going to give me that and even give me like a foundational program or something to take me through like the tech courses, just to kind of help me like bridge the gap and everything. So I started looking for schools like that, schools that weren't taking GRE and GMAT, because I didn't want to write any of that. And I was able to find a few. And one thing I must say is that there are public schools and there are private schools. Over here, I decided to just stick to public schools, and that was mainly because I was looking for sponsorship and stuff like that. I was able to get like graduate assistantship in other schools and like scholarships from other schools, but I wasn't able to get some in the schools that offered me the program that I wanted. So it was like a 50-50. Either you get the course, or you get the course without the scholarship, or you get your main like domain where you were doing your undergrad with the scholarship. It was really difficult for me to decide, but I just ended up choosing the cybersecurity because that's something I felt like I wanted to do at this point. And yeah, so I took that bold step and I went for it. I advise you though to go for public schools, but if you see private schools that have like a lot of sponsorships, don't close your eye on it, just give it a shot. I applied to some private schools as well, and I did get a graduate assistantship and some scholarship, even though it wasn't enough to cover everything, but like they did try, so it's possible. You can also try the private schools as well. Anyway, moving forward, so two major reasons why I chose my school was because of the fees and the fact that it was mainly focused on the STEM area. For my school, they have courses like data analytics, business analytics, yada yada analytics. Like, they always try to infuse a STEM into it. And in the US, like, if you come to school to do your masters and it's in a STEM related area, you get like an extra like 3 years to do your OPT and stuff like that. So that was my goal, like choosing the STEM, because obviously you don't want to come and do a year and go, So what I wanted something that could help me like stay longer and then practice, get a job maybe, and things like that. The life begins. So I was really focusing on that. So seeing that my school had the opportunity was like, that's it. I felt like this is the school for me. So aside that, it was mainly the tuition as well. Other schools were like 30,000, 20,000, and stuff like that. My school, the school fees for my program was about 17,000. So I decided to go with that. And so yeah, when I decided on that, I applied to my school, and then I got an email saying that I had been approved, I had been accepted into the program, and I was super super excited because I didn't think that it would take somebody, without a background in IT or whatever it was. But they still gave me the opportunity to like go after my dreams and everything. So I did, and I was so excited that day. So from there, they told me everything in my letter, that I was going to be taking prerequisites, which was going to bridge the gap from my prior background in communication and that of the cybersecurity. They were going to give me like the basics, take me through everything. I was so so excited about that because I knew nothing about it. But it was just a good feeling knowing that, like, you still do it, still giving the opportunity. Unlike in Ghana, where if you don't have like an IT background, anything, there's nothing like that. Because I did my search and I didn't find any school that was willing to accept students without a prior knowledge in computer science or IT or something like that. If you're going into a field like cybersecurity, so after I was done with that, it was now time to apply for my visa. And if let me advise you, if you are in Ghana, you are planning to come here, and you're done with you've gotten your acceptance, you've paid your enrollment fee in the school, to the school and stuff like that, don't wait. My friend actually, shout out to Yasmin, my friend actually helped me at this stage. She was telling me I wasn't even taking it seriously. She was on me to like apply, search for a date, yada yada yada, but I wasn't even paying attention. It's very serious. The data hunting thing is crazy in Ghana. If you want to come here, start searching for a date now. Now it's very very important, because the date hunting took months, literally for me to be able to find like a favorable date. So after finding the school, getting the admission, I had to apply for my visa. And what I did, well, I was advised to do that. I didn't know it was even possible. What I did was I bought the MRV at GT Bank, and then I applied. I went online to apply for the visa, and there's this form they are supposed to fill. It's called the DS 160 form or something like that for F1 students. And for that form, I didn't fill it like almost immediately. I filled a portion. I filled like personal. I'll try to insert pictures so you see what I'm talking about. I filmed like the first page, which is like personal information. Then I went on to the there's another site where you book the visa, you check for dates and stuff like that. I think it's something visa booking something. I'll try to put it on the screen somewhere. Visa something booking. So I went onto that site and then I booked the date. Mind you, at the time that I was booking the available date, I booked in I think I booked in May 2023. I'm not sure. I think I booked my first date in May, and I had a date in August ending, and I knew my school was going to start August 28th or so. So I wanted to get here before then, before orientation, so that you can settle in, get used to the place, tour around, the usual stuff. So it wasn't a favorable date at all, and I was even lucky to get that date because people were getting 2024, late 2024. I even heard someone saying the person got 2025. I don't know if it's a lie though, but yeah. So I applied for my date, and my friend was really helpful at this stage. She helped me, advised me to join groups and things like that. So I did, and eventually I was able to get another date. So what happened was we kept hunting. Like, people don't sleep. What they do is, we are in a group, and then some people will be up, some will be asleep, and then some will be searching, some will not. Then they swap. It's like that, because if you don't do that, you will not know when they are, like, the dates are being posted and stuff. You have to be alerting each other and things like that. So join groups is very, very important. If you want a group to join, you can text me, or you can text me on my Instagram, or you can comment below, and then I'll send you a link to join the groups. There are so many groups that you can join. You can join groups, and then you hunt for the data. So it's very, very important, because if you miss, like, your interview, I mean, if you miss going on time, that's the end, because you can't come later without an actual excuse letter, and then that won't be worth it, because, like, you missed the first part and everything. So I advise you to join groups so that you can get a good date on time. Anyway, so the first date I got was in August ending, and then the second one was after I applied for emergency. So if you're applying to go to school and stuff, you can apply for emergency visa. And to do that, you'd have to go onto the same appointment website, and then you click on emergency appointment. You give your reason, you give the tentative date, the date you want to arrive, and then you just give, like, a reason why. You attach certain documents. So I attached my I-20, I attached my admission letter, my funding documents and things like that. I think my passport as well, showing that, like, I need to be in school by this date, and the date that I got wasn't helpful. So I did that, and then, God being so good, my what am I even saying? My emergency request was approved. That was so, so exciting. So when it was approved, I realized there's one thing I don't get though. Like, the emergency appointments usually have so many slots available, and then the regular doesn't. So if and then I know for emergency you can apply just once. So if you do not get it approved, I'm sorry, that is it. Unless you buy another MRV or something like that. And even that, I think it's after 90 days or so. So yeah, I did, and I had the emergency approved as well. So when it was approved, I had to hunt for another date for the emergency, and then I actually saw dates in July. So I decided to take the risk and choose my birthday. My birthday is July 20th, and I chose it. So it was now time to attend my interview. I was nervous. I was having mock sessions. Mind you, when I was even having the mock sessions, I felt like I didn't know shit. Like, I didn't know anything at all. I was like, and what even killed me was, like, the fact that I have this very, very close friend that didn't get hers. And for her, like, I envisioned, I don't know how to, when you are so sure that this person is going to get it. So I give up on myself. I knew that, no, if she didn't get it, I won't get it. I just gave up. Everybody knew in my house that I had given up because of her. So the next morning, it was time for me to go, and I just gathered Vim. I was like, God, let this be my birthday gift. So I went with my dad. It was raining there, lots of people standing in the rain. It was weird because it felt like I was the only one with my dad standing there. He's so cute. But we're together all three. He was just gassing me up, telling me, oh, you've got it. And prior to that, I had mock sessions with my family, with some friends. It was just crazy. And I didn't tell anybody I was going on that day. I think I should film another video going into details about this, so I'm going to keep you guys in suspense for this one. It was a lot. I will tell you guys how the mistakes some people made from the conversations I was hearing, from everything that happened. So yeah, I went to here, then fast forward, my visa was approved. I was so excited. I came out, my dad was waiting for me, and it was so exciting. Everybody was happy because it was like the best birthday gift ever. After that, I had to do my medical exam. You can do it earlier, though. I decided to do it after because I wanted to be sure before I waste any money doing medicals. So my school was actually strict on that. They wanted me to take some doses, MMR, plenty. I'll try to put a picture there. And so I went to do my medicals. I submitted it to the school, and I was cleared. So from there, it was time to book a flight. I was looking for the cheapest flight, obviously, and since it was my first time going to America, I just wanted to have that experience. And So we started searching. At the time that I had my visa and then I was planning to leave, flights were very, very expensive. It was around 2000 upwards. It was just crazy expensive. So it was just, like you just keep monitoring on Expedia, on Kiwi, Skyscanner, those things, searching. And definitely you get one. So I was able to get one. And I knew I didn't want to go with Egypt Air or what's it called? Ethiopian airline as well. So I wanted something other than that. And Delta, Air France, those ones are usually popular for like America. And so I was looking along those lines. So eventually I found one Delta flight that was a straight route to JFK in New York. I wanted to go over to my uncle's before coming to school. And so yeah, I got the tickets and then it was time for me to pack. When I was coming, I was advised to not bring so many clothes, so I packed no food. I had 2 full suitcases with food, and one that had like clothes, and then another small one with like shoes and stuff like that. So I packed, and it was time for me to leave, and then I came. So that was my experience. It wasn't. I think even at the immigration point, yes, when I got to JFK, there was this long queue. JFK is one of the busiest airports, so I hear, because my experience there was crazy. A lot of people. It was as if that day everybody just planned to come. So we went to JFK. I mean, we're in the queue for like an hour or so, and I was interviewed at the port of entry too. She just asked me a few questions like, what did she even ask me? She asked me my name and if there's anything I want to declare, what school I'm going to, those things. And then I answered her and then she stamped my passport and gave it back to me. And that was it. I went for my stuff and then I went home. It's not really like a crazy process, but it really involves a lot of time and dedication. Like if you really want it, you have to be aggressive about it and go for it at all costs. Like it's not something that can't be done. You actually can do it, but you just need a lot of time. I started searching for schools. I think when I was going to do my service, but I knew that after school, like I would want to travel, but I just wasn't as serious about it as I was when I was doing my service. So I just began searching, looking for the cheapest, And when you're going for an interview, one thing that I would say though is to have funding. Like if you don't have funding, forget you'll not be approved. It takes some special grace for you to get through without funding. You need funding, whether it exists or it doesn't. You need to show some form of funding, and it's always safer to have it because if you don't have it you will struggle. Like you really need the funding, and so that's something I can't emphasize much. And you also need like the confidence and all those things. I'm going to film another video on my entire interview experience, what you should look out for, things you should say, how you should dress, the normal stuff. This was just me giving you an overview of how I landed here so that you can also learn. I'm waiting for all of you, so hurry up and come. This brings me to the end of today's video. I enjoyed filming this. I hope you liked watching this as well, and I'll catch you guys next time on my next video. I hope you enjoyed this, by the way. Please, if you enjoyed it, kindly like, share, subscribe. It's been long since I actually uploaded. I'm just trying to come back stronger and film things that you people want. So please support your girl. I'm waiting for you. Subscribe, okay? Thank you for watching and have a good day. Bye.